As a QA, it is important for us to understand what is acceptance criteria or acceptance testing is. On daily basis, we will deal with the user story or the acceptance criteria that is described by the customer or the client. So let's begin. Acceptance testing is also known as user acceptance testing, performed by the customer or the client to verify that the business requirement is met. As I have already mentioned, on daily basis we will deal with the acceptance criteria. Acceptance testing is a part of UAT testing. You can call it as an user acceptance testing as well. Okay. And basically, if I want to give a general example, let's consider you are running a business, you are running a software company, and I'm running a business. And I'll come to you asking for me to develop a software, whatever things I want, I will explain you and document it and give it to you. So that it's your responsibility now to create software as per my requirement, as per whatever I have described. Okay. So that is your main intention and the goal. As a QA, so before I explain you the further things, so now you have developed that software, okay, and then you have tested from your perspective and your QA validations are done now, and now it will come to me to verify whether my requirement is met or not. So this stage is known as acceptance testing. The key aspect considered to verify the software functionality is based on the user story or the requirement document. As I have already mentioned about the user story or the requirement document, it is nothing but just an acceptance criteria document that contains all the requirement or the software specifications. It is final round of testing done before the software is released to the production. So as I have mentioned here, it is a final round of testing. So you have already built in software and you have given it to me. So it is my duty now to verify my requirement has been met and you have developed it as per my expectation, and I have to approve that or agree for that. So in that level of testing is known as this acceptance testing, where it is a final round of testing. If I agree now, then only it will go to the production. Otherwise, if I say that something is not working as per my expectation, I'll again come back to you asking for the changes. So you have to make the changes, and then again you have to perform the QA validations, and finally again you have to come back to me for acceptance testing. So that is what the flow you can understand it to. It is basically a functional testing performed by client to ensure that the intention of the product is met. So basically it is an functional testing rather than going behind the UI and the look of the application. I would rather go behind the functionality, how it is working, and is it meeting my expectation, is it eligible for me to run my business, is what my concern was, right? So that is the reason I have approached you to develop a software. Acceptance testing is performed after QA validations performed in lower environment. So now, before it comes to me, you have to validate from your QA aspect. All the validations will be done as part of QA validation, and then it will reach to me. So that is how it is basically, and also that will be tested in the lower environment. If you are not aware of what is environment, I will leave the link in the description box. Please do check out what is environment. So acceptance testing comes into picture after planning is done, requirement analysis is done, software development is done, software testing is done. That is when the acceptance testing comes into picture. So, and let me go next. I have added another testing, a type of testing, which is alpha testing here, as well as a beta testing. Let's try to understand what is alpha testing. Alpha testing takes place at developer site and involves testing of the operational system by internal staff before it is released to the external customers. Basically, here in alpha testing, the software will be tested at the company side, okay, where the QA will be there, who will perform all the validations, where the software will be developed and software will be tested. So that environment is known as alpha testing. At that stage, whatever the testing that happens, right? So that is known as alpha testing. When it comes to beta testing, it takes place at customer site and involves testing by the group of customers who use the system at their own locations and provide feedback before the system is released to the customers. So it generally happens at the customer's environment or the customer's end, and where the customer will check for the functionality, and once after he approves, then only it will be moved to the production. So that is how alpha and beta testing also comes into picture. So this is all about the acceptance testing. If you have liked this video, please do like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.